I'm Gael Blackhall. I'm a coordinator of the Community Garden Resource Network, which is a project of the Calgary Horticultural Society, and it's made possible by grants from the TD Friends of the Environment, ConocoPhillips and Scott Geddick, and the Alberta Real Estate Foundation. What we do is primarily provide opportunities for learning and education for community gardens and gardeners throughout Calgary. We provide information, resources, and above all, networking, getting those conversations from gardener to gardener going. The Community Garden Resource Network is a networking organization. We don't run gardens, but we are always there from the inception when it's the gleam in somebody's eye in a neighborhood that they want to have a community garden, right up through the entire life of a garden. We are their best friends. And so we make tools available. We've been able to get grants to construct, such as the Start a Community Garden online guide. It's a step-by-step guide to starting a community garden and maintaining a garden's culture successfully, because it's all about people and gardening together. We also have a community garden database that we've started that gives profiles of every garden, and we're going to be loading up photo galleries of each one as well, because as gardeners start to plan new gardens in September and October, they want to be able to see, what did that garden look like in full bloom? How did they lay it out? How did they construct it? Where did they put their compost? What kind of compost setup do they have? So it's an information source in photographs. We offer courses. We have some core courses called How to Start a Community Garden, Extending the Growing Season, Plot Your Success, and that's all about gardening within a community gardening environment is a little different than gardening in your backyard. So it talks about that. And we've got new courses in the works as well. So those are all part of our course offerings, because again, we're primarily an educational organization. But we are always, everything we do has a component of gardeners getting together and sharing their stories. We offer a kitchen table talk series where garden leaders can come and bring up the issues that they're wrestling with right now and talk to other garden leaders, just around a kitchen table, small scale, but very friendly and easygoing. And people, it's directly, we always aim for directly relevant information and education. With the Inglewood Community Garden, and it's also known as the Garden Path Society, which is a non-profit organization, we've done a couple of recent things this year. In June, they were concerned about soil health and soil fertility in the cornucopia garden. And so they invited Mike Dorian of Living Soil Solutions to come, and we collaborated with them to make a workshop available for all community gardeners on how to use compost tea effectively to improve soil health. And so they came for an on-site gardening workshop and took home a bottle of compost tea that then they could go, now they knew how to apply it appropriately to improve the soil health in their gardens. The second thing that we're doing right now is the Great Garlic Venture, and it's a garlic exchange. A lot of the settlers in this Calgary area brought tremendous garlics from their homeland, and they're far more flavorful than the average white garlic. And so right now, two avid garlic growers, Alex Summerfield from the McClure Fellowship of Gardeners and Eliza Potter from the Fort Calgary Historic Community Garden, had quite a lot of the historic varieties. So what they did was got them together. We formed a garlic bank, and last year community gardens could get 3 heads of garlic and take them back to their garden. That would be about 20 cloves, so 20 garlic plants. And then they're harvesting right now, and we kept a spreadsheet of all the different varieties, Puzlak and Siberian and Musica. Okay. And they'll bring back 3 heads to give to another community garden next year into the garlic bank and garlic pool. So what it is doing, Calgary, even though we're at high altitude and all the education we need to do is around high altitude gardening, and we need to do the varieties of plants that work well. They're often subarctic kinds of varieties, and we use seedlings instead of seeds in many cases. So around the garlic, Calgary turns out to be a fantastic place to grow these specialty garlics, and some of them are spicier, some of them are sweeter. And so we're trying to encourage the growth of 35 to 50 different varieties of historic garlic throughout Calgary, and it's going very successfully. We have our first garlic exchange September 14th, so we're really looking forward to the social component because gardeners will get to talk to gardeners, but also it's a time where we'll have garlic demonstrations, tips on how to harvest, tips on how to plant, so it's a learning opportunity again as well.